Now to the US, where aircraft manufacturer Boeing has pleaded guilty to conspiracy to defraud the US government. The plea deal relates to a Justice Department investigation linked to crashes in Indonesia and in Ethiopia involving Boeing 737 MAX aircraft. 346 people were killed. The agreement means Boeing will avoid a criminal trial but faces a fine of almost $500 million. Let's get more on this from Chiponda Chimbelu from DW Business. Welcome, Chiponda. Conspiracy to defraud the US government. Just explain what that means to us.
Well, essentially, federal prosecutors said that Boeing, or alleged that Boeing had engaged in a conspiracy to mislead regulators over a flight control system, which was implicated in the two plane crashes. So the Ethiopian Airlines flight that crashed in March 2019 and the Lion Air flight that crashed in October 2018 in Indonesia. So that's basically the gist of it.
So having allegedly done that, 300-odd people dead, nobody goes to jail. Why is that?
Well, this case was really about the corporate entity, so Boeing, the company, and it didn't target individuals. It targeted the company in terms of the wrongdoing. And in terms of targeting individuals, that would be extremely complicated because any wrongdoing would have to be proven to have come from specific individuals.
This person did this wrong and caused this, therefore.
Exactly, and
right.
you would have a real challenge proving that, considering the number of people involved in the process of making an aircraft. So this is why we didn't see that happen yet. Maybe it could happen, but it hasn't happened yet.
Still a massive fine. And everybody just thinks they're guilty. So what does this deal mean for Boeing?
Well, tons of money being spent, obviously, on potentially paying the $500 million fine. It could be as much as that, but it won't probably be that because the Department of Justice has made a request for it to be about half of that, so about $250 million or just over. That's because Boeing has already paid about so much in fines, so far. So they have a bit of a credit with the Department of Justice. And the judge will have to make that decision. However, there's $455 million that Boeing will have to spend on safety and compliance measures over the next 3 years, which is, of course, money lost as well. And of course, there's a reputational damage. So there's a lot the company needs to do to make up for all of that, what happened with the crashes and there's also other incidences we could talk about.
Just a word on that damage to Boeing. Hundreds died, Boeing's losing money. What else has happened to Boeing, and can it turn its fortunes around?
Well, we've had a lot of safety issues. It's not just a 737 MAX, which was the plane model that was involved in those two crashes. There's also been issues with the Dreamliner, for instance. And in terms of the 737 MAX, there's another model which earlier this year, a door plug was a plane door that was plugged. It wasn't supposed to be in use, and it flew out mid-air, and that was an Alaskan Airlines flight. And of course, everybody saw that, and passengers, of course, were commenting about being afraid to fly Boeings. Of course, there were memes on social media, as you would expect. But that is, of course, major, tremendous, reputational damage. And we've heard the CEO, Dave Calhoun, talk about, earning back the trust of its customers, so the airlines, and of course, also the passengers who have been reading about this and, of course, seeing this on social media as well.
OK, thanks for that. Chiponda Chimbelu from DW Business. Thank you.